Hello, this is Carrie Margaret from Love Notes, bringing you lots of goodness and joy and tools to move through relating and make it yummier just while it's being real too, Let's be real with each other. Today I want to talk about the green-eyed monster, jealousy. Jealousy can be so destructive for relationships. I love this quote. Jealousy, that dragon which slays love under the pretense of keeping it alive. That's by Havelock Ellis. Ooh, good one. We think when we're being jealous and we have hopes in somebody, we're like keeping that special connection and love alive, and we are actually killing the connection, right? All right. 5 tips for dealing with jealousy and in your relationship. Number 1, I learned this with my ex-husband, who I prefer to call my co-parents. We had many years together, and my ex-husband had a bunch of female friends, and I very early on, young in my 20s, had to think about how I felt about that. And one thing that I learned is that our connection was so unique. I knew that he wasn't having that connection with any other woman that he might go out to coffee with or, collaborate with or whatever else with, work with, whether it's work or coffee or anything, old friends. I wasn't making a ton of new female friendships actually besides work friendships, but a lot of old female friends, some of which he had dated. And I had to lean into that and get comfortable with that. And, it's I love this man and I'm gonna lean into this uncomfortability. And the thing that I learned is when you know your connection and how unique your connection and your love is and the juiciness that they get with you that they're not getting with anybody else, it's every connection is unique. People are not experiencing you with other people. They're not experiencing everything that makes that connection special with you with other people. Let that one sink in. You not only have super unique qualities that interact with them, you have super unique qualities, and then those unique qualities interact with their unique qualities, and they create something totally unique. So only the two of you have that. Number 2, in dealing with these feelings of jealousy, it can even come up from earlier childhood stuff or just these feelings in our body. It's really useful to connect with ourselves and to connect with God and really fill ourselves up. Are we feeling happy? Are we feeling full? Sometimes when we get over focused on something else with another person, it's there's a piece in our life that maybe we need to fill up a little bit more. Now, stay with me because it's bigger than that. But when we're feeling full and happy and it's easier to come from a space of love and curiosity. The next one, number 3. Do you know what you need in that relationship? Sometimes when jealousy comes up, it's because you need something that your partner is giving to somebody else. So you see this friendship and, you see your partner holding space for another woman and you want them to hold space for you. That will create jealousy. So, in your committed relationship, it's think about what you actually want or need. And in communicating with men, this is new stuff for me, right? I learned this from Alison Armstrong, and I'm really in practice mode. I would say that I might do it 10%, 5 to 10% of the time, maybe if that. It's learning, So, but the way that you want to, approach things that you want or you need you can say like, this is, I'd really love it for you to hold space with me. It would provide me with safety. You might not know it, but I'm feeling a little bit unsafe. It would provide me with safety if you were to hold space for me. So that is a much more compelling way to ask for a want or need. First, we have to think about what it is, right? Kind of get clear on what it is. Because if we don't know, then we can kind of lash out and like blame the other person, disrespect, all these things that aren't relationship building. It's throwing stuff into the relationship, and then we have to clear a way to build the relationship again. Okay. Number 4. Are you, like feeling an intuition? After you've gone through, the first 3 steps, and like really you value your connection, you're filling yourself up. Go for a run, buy yourself flowers, do something great to make yourself feel good. Talk to a friend. Don't vent with a friend. Vent with a therapist. Like, don't create a spiral of jealous thoughts. What we create more energy of, then we have to clear. It's in that space between us and the person, and we have to clear it, right? And we've looked at like what we want or need and kind of stated that. And, from a space of just seeing what happens, and, we're not feeling still, alignment coming from that space. We're still feeling those feelings. Like, is it intuition? Is there actually something going on? One of the good things I want to talk about right now in dating that is great about dating strategy is to pick people with the same character, like same aspirations for character and values as you. So if you value integrity, look for partners with integrity. Look for partners that are going to tell you the truth. Nothing is inherently right or wrong. Esther Perel has built a very successful career talking about the nuances and all these different things in terms of infidelity and affairs. It's a very, very deep thing, deep world. Nobody's right or wrong in that space. It's more about, okay, like in your partnership, if you are really valuing fidelity and, integrity with fidelity, are you selecting, or like, did you select a partner that had that same character value? So that goes a little bit more into the dating piece. Listen to your intuition there, because maybe something is going on. And that would be, an opportunity for another level of a conversation, in terms of you going to that person with vulnerability and saying, I'm feeling vulnerable about this. I'm noticing you spending a lot of time with this person, and it makes me feel vulnerable, and I really value our relationship, and I want to know, is there something that we need to do to build our relationship more, rather than going into a space with like, this is actually number 5. You want to lead with character, curiosity, and create a different outcome from there. So we don't want to go in and say, you damn liar, are you cheating on me? See how much those words would sting if you receive them. Okay? Receiving those words would really sting. We want to go in and from the space of good intention, respect, curiosity. Like, I really care for you. I'm concerned for our relationship because it means so much to me. I'm curious about what's going on. I would like to work through this. What do you think about, like asking them for their input in terms of working through it. And, you might find in some cases that there is something going on, and you might have to make a decision to see whether or not you guys are going to continue in the relationship. And we don't own people's hearts. Our love to them and their love to us is a gift every single day. And sometimes we have to make those challenging transitions. That is another video, I think. And I wanted to get to just 2 quick tips on dating related to jealousy as well. Actually, I'm going to do 3, because the first thing is know when you're dating, respect your own connection with the person. Know what an amazing experience you are experiencing with somebody else, and what amazing person you are and everything that you are bringing. So respect your own connection, okay? And number 2 would be, think about putting character really high up there in your selection. Because when there's a character and when there's character alignment, like somebody that aspires, because they say that they do live with congruence and integrity. You notice them living with congruence and integrity. That means that their words are in alignment with their actions. So they're not going to say one thing and then do another. And we're all out of integrity sometimes, okay? That happens. We get out of integrity sometimes. And we have to, own it ourselves. But looking for that, for people where their words are in line with their actions. And number 3, as a woman, I make the choice, and I totally respect any choice that anybody makes. Love it, just live this delicious life, make the choices you want to make, do what you want to do, please, okay? I'm talking about what works for me and what I do suggest for people that tend to bond more, create, more of that emotional bond. I would not suggest, or I don't date, I won't sleep with somebody, have sex with somebody, unless we're in an exclusive dating relationship. I just won't do it. And it's an interesting thing to even the whole idea, been reading more of the science on the whole idea of whether or not you're even going to have an orgasm with somebody in other ways without sex, if you are not in an exclusive relationship with them, because it does, in women, orgasm will cause a bond to a man biologically for about 30 days. For a man, it's going to create a bond for a few days. And it's interesting, oxytocin that men get only create more of a bond with a woman once he is already emotionally invested in that woman. So a man that's not emotionally invested in a woman and experiences an orgasm is not going to be more bonded to the woman in general in the same way that the woman is more bonded to the man. Now, that does, there's some men that are much more emotional about sex, and so they have a different experience. I'm just talking biologically in general. So it's if you just kind of want to level the field a little bit, you have to know that if you have sex with somebody, you might bond with them more than they're bonding with you. That is going to make you more vulnerable to jealousy, because jealousy tends to come out more in sexual relationships if you're not in an exclusive relationship yet. I think that's sometimes where more of the hurt comes, when people end things in dating that weren't exclusive, or like where they made that decision that weren't exclusive, but they had advanced things so much physically. Yeah, there's lots I could say about that, but just want to bring that goodness to you. Whatever you do with it is great. Please go out and try it a little bit. Be a little more free in your relationships, more loving, and really, really create great connections. Love you so much. If you like the video, like it, share it, subscribe if you want to hear more, and you can learn more about me at carriemargaret.com. Want to bring you lots of love and protect your beautiful heart and bring you so much goodness. Love you.